Unfiltered Sports Show.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
No fake smiles on the screen. If it stings, let it sting. If it's trash, say it's trash. That's the code on this team. Hands up if you want raw.
Yo. Thank you,
Hands up if you want no polish on the
It's been about a week since I've been on.
Just the facts, just the heat.
Away, doing some great things. Look at that sky right there. That's really beautiful. I mean, as you can see, I'm on military leave right now, so I wasn't able to get no service last week to do anything for Unfiltered Sports. But I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to have you guys' support. I'm happy to just dive into the playoffs again. Like we had some great basketball that happened. Like let's just talk about real fast the New York Knicks, right? The New York Knicks came out on fire. Like not even jumping on a bandwagon or nothing like that. But the fact is that they played that first game and almost lost to Atlanta, or that first series and almost lost to Atlanta, but they came back and beat Atlanta. Then after they beat Atlanta, they were waiting for their next opponent, no other than the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's go Sixers, my favorite team. But then what happened? The Sixers got swept by the Knicks because the Knicks had time to rest, to recover, to breathe, to relax, and to do their own thing. And then like I said, they swept the Sixers. Then they got to the next round, and what happened? They swept the Cavaliers. And now, they're waiting. They waited 3 games already, 3 games to determine who their opponent would be in the NBA Finals. And what happened? They got that other team got to game 7. San Antonio won, but now they face San Antonio. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, San Antonio is a higher seed in this all. So the first 2 games are in San Antonio. Then the next 2 will go to New York. Then it goes San Antonio, New York, San Antonio. So uh, I was just scrolling on social media this morning before I went on duty, and I saw something interesting. And this is the first time since, if I wasn't mistaken, I want to say 2000. It definitely wasn't 2008, maybe 2016, something like in the early 2000s, where the actual logo on the court has the NBA finals trophy on it, the championship trophy. And so the logo is going to have the actual trophy with the New York Knicks logo or the San Antonio Spurs logo on it, depending on the home crew or home team or whatnot. So I thought that was very interesting and very unique. And so I'm very excited for that right there in itself. But in my opinion, I think that the Knicks are going to continue this trend. The Knicks are going to continue to go upward. And when I say they're going to continue this trend and go upward, I think that the Knicks will win this in game 7. The Knicks win in 7. They beat the Spurs in 7. A lot of people that I've talked to, they're like, oh, the Spurs are going to win and they're going to sweep the Knicks or whatnot. But I just don't think that that's going to happen at all. Excuse me. I think that the Knicks come out on fire. The Villanova Knicks come out on fire. The Villanova Knicks are the ones who are going to turn around and they're going to make sure that they get everything they need to get, right? Josh Hart's going to come out and he's going to really put up big numbers. And when I mean really put up big numbers, we're looking at like he's going to have at least 14 plus points a game. He's going to have with Jalen Brunson. He's gonna have at least 10 rebounds as well. And then you're gonna have Jalen Brunson. He's gonna have so Josh Hart, I'm saying about 14 and 10 almost every single game in the series. Jalen Brunson is gonna average about 25 and 4. And then we got Cat who's gonna average about 18 and 10, maybe 5 assists, but that's going to be interesting as well. Thank you to everyone who has tuned into this channel. Thank you for the support. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button and share it as well. Um, but I really think this is going to be a great series, and I'm glad I get to do this show today because tomorrow I get to go out, I get to celebrate my birthday, I get to watch the first game of the NBA Finals on my birthday, here on military duty, and I get to enjoy that. Obviously, like I'm going to be celebrating my birthday most of the day, talking to family and different things like that. But I'm really excited for this big game tomorrow. What I'm really excited for is what I'm really excited for with this game tomorrow is to see how the New York Knicks is going to attack Wemby, how they're going to take him out of the game, how they're going to utilize their bench to continue to push forward as well, to ensure that they are doing some really good things with playing team basketball. They've been on fire, but at the end of the day, like I said, I think that it's going to be New York in seven. A lot of people say New York in four, New York in six, but New York in seven is my guess there. But we'll see how people play when they come to Madison Square Garden. I did read or I did see with my eyes as well when I went on to the tickets for this finals games. The tickets for courtside in Madison Square Garden was just over $104,000 for one ticket. Just one ticket, $104,000. Like, can you imagine $104,000 for one game? Like, what can you do with $104,000 besides spend it on an NBA Finals championship game? Like, that's just crazy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that is a once in a lifetime experience. I mean, I'll spend like the money for the club tickets or whatever, but 104,000 for that? Like, that is crazy. What are we doing here? Like, I could take that money and put it into some stocks. I could take that money, I can invest it into something else. But you talk about $104,000 for one courtside ticket to the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks, Madison Square Garden, game three, 104,000. I could buy a house with that kind of money. I could do a lot with that kind of money, but $104,000, y'all are talking reckless. Like, whew, I could buy a duplex with that, maybe even a triplex, and then I can rent that out and make that $104,000 back real fast. And then I'll be able to take that and kind of just go from there. We talking about 104,000. Like I'm baffled. Like somebody somebody had to pay like would you really pay $104,000 to send that to Madison Square Garden? You see how much money they make in those kind of games? Like that's just outrageous. Um, but yeah, I think that's crazy. I think it was a great series overall so far. I think that things are on the uprise for New York, but you would pay you would pay $104,000 to go watch New York courtside at Madison Square Garden. That's outrageous. Ain't no way. You must got some good money if you talk about you paying $104,000 to go watch them. Like, I, man, that's crazy. 100. Yo, tell me why you would pay $104,000 to watch them play courtside in Madison Square Garden, because I don't even think I would. That's crazy. Man, I can see the little chopper back there. He got me sidetracked a little bit. It's going between the buildings, but $104,000. Like, man. Now imagine if the Sixers went to the finals. How much money one of those tickets would cost? Because it's the first time in how long that they've been since 2001. See that right there? That's it. Boom. That thing is wild. It's doing some crazy stuff right there. I think that was pretty cool though. I had to show y'all. I don't know why. You want to pay $1,000 to go see the Sixers in the NBA Finals? It's crazy that you say that too, right? Because when I was when I was looking, well, when I was taking my undergrad for sport management, and I think it was just an intro to sport management class, and we were talking about how like the upcharge for going to a sports facility is outrageous, right? Because all right, let's do the math here. So you take in, let's say you get a nosebleed ticket to the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's say that ticket's $20. Okay, the ticket's $20, but you got to pay $40 to $80 for parking. So let's say that's anywhere between $60 to $100 right there in itself. And then you got to turn around and you got to pay for food. But then you buy, let's say you get a beer, which is about $5 for one beer, maybe $10 for one beer. So you're already at $90. And then you turn around and then you got to pay for food. What you talking about for like a hot dog and French fries is going to cost you about $25 almost. So in reality, like a $20 ticket just costs you almost 100 and something dollars, but then you got to think about the gas that you put into your car, which for round trip it could be about $150. But with the way gas prices are this day and age, it's probably more expensive than that. And then so in reality, like if you decide to go watch a Sixers game in the nosebleed section, the standing only section, you still spending around a couple $100 just to watch the game live in person. Whereas when you can watch it at home for free, that parking lot is expensive. Even then, too, like I went to the Baltimore Aquarium the other day for my kid's birthday, and parking was almost $40. It was $30 for parking. And I was like, $30 for parking? That is outrageous. Like, what are we doing here? But we looking at a sporting event. You talk about food is almost 400% more than what they actually pay for. The beer, the drinks, the soda, the ice cream is almost 400% more than what they actually pay for. So my question then is that if you're spending that much money to go to spend at a sporting event, is it really worth going watching it live in person? Or is it actually better to watch live at home and enjoy the same excitement at home? The only difference is you get a delay when it comes to the actual event in itself. If it happens live, it's probably about a 10-second delay. It's the same thing when we stream our games live, it's a 10-second delay. But you really gonna like, oh, man, it's wow. This is wild. You know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna go around asking people who they got winning the NBA finals, why they got him, and then we're gonna ask them if they will watch it live. Like, I would rather stay live. Like, in all honesty, like this is I'm gonna go find some people for y'all. I'm gonna hope I can get them on camera though. I don't want to get them in trouble either. But who they got winning this NBA finals? What we got going on? I got my first victim right here. We're gonna put him on live to see what he talking about. I think he might be getting a Spurs fan. I'm about to put you on live real fast. I'm on podcast. So we're gonna ask you NBA Finals right here. Who you got winning NBA Finals?
We got one of the finals.
New York or San Antonio? New York game. How many games? How many games?
I'm saying they're gonna take it to the seventh, bro.
New York in seven?
Yeah.
New York in seven. You heard it here first. New York in seven, man. Y'all better listen. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be real. But here's a real question: would you spend $104,000 for a courtside ticket in Madison Square Garden to watch them?
104, probably not 104, maybe 100.
$100,000? Are you crazy? Yeah, yeah.
But I say that is because that's history, like that's history. And then it's not even just about like the history, right? It's about like, I already know what the Spurs do. Once they in there, they win it.
Mhm.
You feel me? So that money is too. Like Madison, Duncan, Tony Parker, all of them too. That's gonna be at that game too.
Mhm, mhm.
It's not really crazy. Almost about
Is a dead man walking if he's spending $100,000 on a courtside ticket, y'all? He's a he said he said He said 100,000. That's OD with it, yo. He said 100,000. He's spending on that. You heard it here first. New York is 7. We doing big things out here. Villanova Knicks. We going wild with it. We having fun. We out here. But I think that San Antonio, they don't have it this year. But what does the script say? I saw the script of the NBA. The NBA says that the Spurs will win the championship this year. But can Villanova Knicks upset the odds? Can they beat Vegas? Can they do it? I believe they can actually do it. Um, I find it funny that they made it this far, and it's been almost, I don't know, 50 years since they last went to the NBA finals. That's OD. Like that's crazy. But let's look at it this way too. You got the Sixers. Last time they went was 21. Or sorry, it's been what 25 years? So that's crazy. So 2001 was the last time they went to the finals, but they haven't even made it out of the second round in almost 25 years. Exactly 25 years. So like you can't pass, you can't make it past the second round in almost 25 years. Like that's crazy, man. But mm, I think it's interesting too. I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan as well, but I think they should still find a way to pay some respect to him and his family and his daughter. Um, at the NBA Finals, somebody got to drop 81 points for Kobe. Somebody got to do some good things. I know you know people are retiring or whatever, but speaking of retirement, really fast before I go on a different ramp, um, let's talk about LeBron James. Do y'all think LeBron is going to retire after this season? Do you think he go on a farewell tour next year? And when we talk about that, right, with LeBron retiring, I think that they should do Chris Paul the right way and give him that opportunity to retire with a championship caliber team. Get him back on San Antonio, let him play in the NBA Finals and see what he can do. Like that's going to be crazy. Like imagine if the Spurs just go out, grab Chris Paul, then they sign like when they sign him out of free agency or whatever, let him play in a couple games in the finals. Boom, he come home with a ring that just adds to his Hall of Fame career. Like Chris Paul is a Hall of Famer. LeBron obviously is a Hall of Famer as well. But in my opinion, I don't think LeBron would have such a successful career if, and this is a big if, he didn't have to hop from team to team to team to win championships. Like crazy. Like look at Steph Curry. Steph Curry stayed with Golden State Warriors and he won how many rings? He won 4, right? 3 or 4. But then you look at Kobe, he stayed with the Lakers. He won how many rings, right? It's right there. Like these are Hall of Famers we're talking about. But because LeBron went from Cleveland, he couldn't even win the championship at Cleveland, went to Miami, won 3, went back to Cleveland, won 1, and now look, he's in LA, and I think he won 1 in LA. So like what are we doing? Like you gotta jump from team to team to team to add all of these superstar players. Like I don't think that LeBron would have won that championship in 2020 if he didn't have Anthony Davis. He had to go out and get Anthony Davis. If I'm not mistaken, he had JaVale McGee on that team as well. And then JaVale McGee's always on Shaq in the Fool, making like some crazy plays. And then you turn around and he had, like I said, he had Anthony Davis. He had a stacked squad over there in LA. But he had a stacked squad in Cleveland too. Kyrie helped carry that team. J.R. Smith helped carry that team. There was a lot that was going on with that team that it was just a huge, huge lift for LeBron that he didn't have to do all of the work. And people are like, oh, well, LeBron's goaded, LeBron this and LeBron that. Like, I don't really care too much for LeBron. But I do know, and I will say this, is that if LeBron would have stayed in Cleveland and they would have won as many championships as many rings as he has, then his Hall of Fame career and the argument for the greatest of all time will be up there for him to be better than Kobe or even be better than Jordan. But people also forget about Bill Russell too, right? Why are we forgetting about Bill, right? Because yes, Bill Russell won or he stayed well, number one, he stayed with the Celtics, right? But Bill Russell also won 11 out of 13 NBA finals. It wasn't 100%, but he won 11 out of 13. Let's keep that in mind. Like, no, he wasn't the best player, as or not saying he wasn't the best player, but he wasn't in a really a quote unquote dominant era at all. So like I think Jordan had that one and that argument's won right there. But at the end of the day, I think that the NBA is starting to become more and more and more soft, and they are starting to really struggle with keeping players there. I feel like players are starting to leave and they're going to go overseas and they're going to make a lot more money and they're going to do a lot more crazy things with all of that. And I believe that even with the G League, like I think the NBA just needs to nix the G League as a whole and just keep players developing overseas or even trying to find a different way for them to play um, semi-pro. Just bring the semi-pro back. Like the ABA is a thing, right? Delaware Dogs. I'm calling it now. Delaware Dogs is winning the ABA East Region Black Division this season. We might even win the ABA East region this division. And we're going to see ourselves in the Final Four. And I believe that 100%. And so anybody that ain't already backing the Delaware Dogs, be ready because you're going to see more Delaware Dogs live here on Unfiltered Sports as well as the OG Network. The other thing too, right, is that the new addition to the Delaware Dogs is the Delaware Lady Dogs, and the Delaware Lady Dogs kick off their inaugural season July 5th in DC, and it's going to be amazing. Amazing. We're going to be setting a tone, a different standard, right? And then our development team, which used to be called the First State Warriors, now known as the Delaware Pit Bulls, we're playing our first game July 5th as well, right? Or sorry, June 5th. So we're going. We're just go, go, go. You're going to see a lot of Delaware Dogs going live here, and I'm very excited. And if you haven't already, go ahead and grab your merchandise, buy your merchandise online. If you haven't already, go ahead and buy some season passes, go ahead and buy some tickets, go ahead and show support as much as you can, right? Because even if you don't buy a hoodie, even if you don't buy a t-shirt, even if you don't buy shorts, even if you don't buy any tickets at all, right? Support is free. All you got to do is hit that like and subscribe button and that share button, right? Because if we post something on social media, aka Instagram, it automatically goes to our Facebook page. So if you follow us on Facebook, it's Dogs Basketball. If you follow us on Instagram, it's Dogs underscore basketball underscore. And if you haven't already, follow us here on YouTube at Dogs underscore basketball. We're doing big things out here. And I think that Dogs basketball is gearing up to be bigger and better than some of these NBA teams. Mark my words, right? A lot is going to happen for Dogs basketball. I'm telling you now. Um, I believe that we're going to have at least 4 to 5 people who get offered an invite to go play in the ABA All Star game, do the skills challenge, a dunk contest, 3-point shootout. Like we're going to be in Vegas this championship weekend, and we're going to have a fun time out there. I've never been to Vegas, but I know Dogs can win a national championship out there in Vegas, and it's going to be fantastic because we get to do a lot of good things out there. And I think that we're going to pack out every home game, and we're going to sell out of a 500 game venue or 500 fan venue, sorry. And I don't know what it is, but I think it's going to be big for us. And I'm speaking it into existence now. And I know a lot of good things are happening out there. But I think if you put Dogs basketball up even against the worst NBA team out there, I think we can compete and give them a run for their money. Um, I really, really, really would like to try to get the the NBA G League team for Delaware, or not even for Delaware, but for Philadelphia 76ers, the Delaware Bluecoats. I would love to try to get the Delaware Bluecoats to scrimmage us for an exhibition game and kind of just take it from there. So I'm gonna have to see who I can contact for that. But if we could get that live streamed here on our channel, ESPN, whatever, and just have it just going, I think that's going to be really fun. But I'm excited for that right there in itself. Um, but also think about how you got people who really they go to the blue coats, but they don't know about the dogs. But you got people who come to the Dogs and may not care to go watch the Blue Coats or even care to watch the Sixers, may not even care about none of that other stuff. But I think it's going to be very interesting to have that opportunity in itself, though. Um, I'm very grateful for this opportunity. I'm appreciative of this opportunity. And first and foremost, I'm appreciative for all of you guys for supporting us. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Please make sure that you are out here supporting the Delaware Dogs, because Delaware Dogs are doing big things. The Delaware Lady Dogs, everything. You guys, if you haven't seen it already either, if you look at our Instagram page and our Facebook is all over that, we have signed a former University of South Carolina standout to the Lady Dogs, Tiffany Davis, and she went out there. She played for Dawn Staley, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I think that was an amazing thing. And so she won the national championship under Dawn Staley, and I think it was really great. But with that being said, though, I'm pretty much out of time right now. I got to get to a meeting, so I'm going to give you your time back. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, liking, and subscribing. And you guys have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you next time.
Stepping. Unfiltered. Yeah. Unfiltered Sports Show. Yeah. Step in, boots on floors. No soft top, no closed doors. We call it like we see it. Every hit, every flaw, every fumble, every job. We don't dress it up, we mean it. You want gloves, take a walk. We want truth when we talk, no fake smiles on the screen. If it stings, let it sting. If it's trash, say it's trash. That's the code on this team. Hands up if you want raw. Hands up if you want all. No polish on the feet. Just the facts, just the heat. Unfiltered Sports Show. We don't care, we know. No PR stunt, no pose. Unfiltered Sports Show. Say it loud, let it go. We real about it, bro. Unfiltered Sports Show. Bad pass, we call it bad. Soft take, we laugh at that. If the stats don't back it up, then it falls right flat. No scripted, little angle, no cushion, little spin. We bring the whole truth out, then we run it back again. You can keep the safe talk, keep the clean cut grin. We want sweat on the record, we want grit in the wind. If the tape looks shaky, if the line looks thin, we say what it is, man, that's where the facts begin. Hands up if you want raw. Hands up. Hands up if you want all. No polish on the feet. Just the facts, just the heat. Unfiltered Sports Show. We don't care, we know. No PR stunt, no pose. Unfiltered Sports Show. Say it loud, let it go. We real about it, bro. Unfiltered Sports Show. Halftime, bare bones. One mic, cold tone. If it broke on the field, we gon' say it right now. No shield, no script, no kiss, up lip. Just truth in the room says wow. Unfiltered Sports Show. We don't care, we know. No PR stunt, no pose. Unfiltered Sports Show. Say it loud, let it go. We real about it, bro. Unfiltered Sports Show.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and it's probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.